Honestly, her attitude was just, I kind of feel like she belongs on a different show. I kind of feel like she belongs on, overall, I kind of just feel like this reunion was.
Well, he's pretty bad. I might put him in Potomac. Okay, yes. Yeah, he can come right on to Potomac. Oh.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Richie Scott here, and I'm back with another video, and I am doing the full review on the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 11 Reunion Part 1 that aired last night, and we are going to dive into everything that I loved and I hated about this reunion, and I'm going to keep this short and concise because we got a lot to cover right now. But first, I want to tell you guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button because it's going to be lit on here from here on out. In this episode, what we're going to be talking about is everything that I love, everything that I hated, and then I'm gonna actually get to some of your comments about the reunion. Now, as you guys know, last night I did post a short video asking you guys to provide commentary on the reunion, and you guys did not fail to deliver. So I'm gonna get to that last, so you guys gotta stick around towards the end of the video for that and my final assessment on the reunion. But for now, let's dive into all the dirt. All right, y'all, so you know this reunion was interesting, and I'm going to wait until the end to give you my final assessment, but for right now, I got to go over the things that I absolutely loved about this reunion, okay? And then we'll get to the stuff that I absolutely hated, so just stick around for that, okay? So I got my trusty notepad here because you know I had to take some notes. I had to watch the episode and then watch it again, so I had to understand exactly what I really felt about this reunion. So let's dive into the things that I loved. Notebook, please. All right, so guys, I love the intro. I loved all the behind the scenes stuff. I thought it was very interesting. It's always, to me, interesting to see exactly how the ladies arrive and how what they say when they're getting ready, what they're anticipating. And it was interesting to see that both Kandi and Cynthia felt like they needed to address the elephant in the room with Andy earlier because they had not seen him and they had just seen the final episodes. And they had a lot of explaining to do, okay? They really did. I really felt like Kandi was being sincere when she was saying that Cynthia didn't know about, Kenya Moore coming to the event. I also felt like Cynthia was being very sincere when she said that she had a lot to atone for, but, I felt like she was sincere with what she was saying. I also felt like Nene was like devastated by what she had learned. You guys got to remember, they had only seen the final episodes the day before. So all of their feelings are very fresh. So keep that in mind as you watch these reunion episodes, okay? All right. So now I want to talk about what else I love. I love this set. I thought the angry fish was kind of like foreshadowing. I love the whole set design, the whole Tokyo theme. I was here for that because I just felt like it really did provide the perfect backdrop for this type of reunion. It felt very lighthearted until Nene got on set, and then it felt very tense. And then the whole fish jumping up, that to me was foreshadowing of exactly what was about to really go down. And I really feel like we are only touching the tippity top of the drama with this particular episode. But let's dive into this a little bit more. Now, something else that I love Porsha's package. Her package showing her journey from, being married to Cordell, and then this season in particular, falling in love with Dennis and all that good stuff. I feel like it is her time right now. It's really her time, and this was really one of her best seasons. So I absolutely love this package. The other thing that I love was the surrogacy package with Kandi. I felt like that was very heartfelt, particularly the advice that Andy gave to Kandi about not to consider the surrogate the baby's mama, because she is indeed the baby's mama. So I felt like the tears that were welling up in Kandi's eyes were actually they were well deserved. I can see her crying over that. I mean, I feel like those are genuine tears. I feel like she is really emotional about that subject, and I'm interested in seeing how this thing plays out, and maybe it'll play out next season. We'll see. I also love that Kandi and Porsha stayed on the same page. Like, what I'm hoping is that we don't have any resurfacing of their drama because I'm completely over it, okay? Completely over it. So I don't want to see any of that in the upcoming episodes, although I know in the clip that we saw from the next episode that we're going to get a little taste of them beefing once again. So what I love, though, is seeing them both kind of laugh, and, Porsha was saying that she would take advice from Kandi about motherhood. I love that. All right, so next, let's get into the fashion real quick because I got to touch on that. Listen, honestly, hands down, I don't even think I need my notebook for this because I remember it off the top of my head. For me, the best dress, hands down, was Eva. Listen, I don't care what Shamari got to say about her outfit and about her looking like a tree. To me, I felt like she came the fiercest. I love the color. I love her haircut. Everything. She was done, okay? Mama was done, okay? So then the next person I'm going to give this award to, second place in best dress, is Kandi Burruss. I love the bangs, love the dress, although I want to take a point away because she has worn gold the last 3 reunions. However, in honor of Kandi, I got on a little gold right here, but I have to say she looked amazing. Next, I'm going to give it to Cynthia. Cynthia looked like a bronze goddess. Gotta say it, she did. The dress wasn't really too much. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was the color, though, that actually gave her that extra oomph. And then the hair color to match, I thought it was bomb. Next, I'm going to have to give it a tie between Porsha and Nene. I felt like they both looked great. However, the black dresses are something that you really can't see that well on television. You can't really see the details of Nene's dress, but I like the whole off-the-shoulder situation she had going on. And Porsha, you know, she's pregnant, so I kind of feel like maybe her options were a little bit limited because normally she gives us a little bit more flash and flare, but I feel like they were all assigned a color palette and then they had to actually stick to that color, okay? So then the next person I felt like, I'm not even going to talk about the friends yet because they're not on the show at this point, but I'm going to talk about Shamari. Didn't really like her dress. The color was interesting. Didn't like her look overall, but that's just me. All right, and speaking of Shamari, we're going to move on to some things that I absolutely hated about this reunion. Okay, y'all ready? Let's go. I kind of feel like, for me, I like Shamari, but I actually feel like she's a better fit for another show. And to me, that show is R&B Divas. Yes, that show is no longer on the air, but I do feel like she would have been a better fit for that show given who she is in the industry. But I just feel like she doesn't bring it enough for me. And I feel like when she does bring it, it's not, I don't know. I just feel like everything's a reach. I feel like she's reaching with this beef, with her, this weird beef that she has with Eva for no reason. You know, her talking about the amount that Eva spent on her shoes. I really don't, I didn't really get it. I feel like she feels like Eva is an easy target for her because she's also new to the bunch. And I feel like she doesn't really want to go against really any of the veterans because I don't think she can really handle it like that. And I also feel like she needs to position herself on Nene's side, as indicated by her tweets, in order for her to come back next season. And I feel like she knows that that's the smart play because Nene doesn't have any friends in her corner at this moment, from what we know. I feel like she is playing that card right now. The next thing that I absolutely hated was Nene's stank attitude. Okay, y'all, listen. Y'all know, if you know me, you know that I actually love Nene. Love her to death, actually, because I think she's hilarious. She's funny, she's stylish, she's witty, she's all of those things, and she's a powerhouse player in the Housewives role. However, I do feel like she came into this reunion with a very stank, negative attitude. Now, granted, she had just seen the episodes that had come out just recently, so she was just given the final episodes the night before, and she watched them then. So I'm assuming she was just a little raw from everything that she had seen over the past few episodes. Now, I feel like it was negative from the jump, you know what I'm saying? And I'm so happy that Eva called it out because I feel like nobody else was saying anything about the elephant in the room. And I feel like Eva was like, yo, what's up? You got a stank attitude. I mean, that's it. That's bottom line. She did, you know? So kudos to Eva for standing up for the rest of the group and really announcing or really kind of narrating and saying what everybody else was clearly thinking. The next thing that I absolutely hated about this episode was Nene's attitude towards Porsha because it seemed unjustly, it seemed unwarranted. Did y'all feel like that? I feel like it was unnecessarily aggressive and unwarranted, and I cannot figure out why at this point, unless she was still angry about the belt stuff that happened in the previous episodes and she had just seen those episodes, so she was kind of going through everything at the same time that everybody else was, you know, kind of really getting into the episode. So I don't really know, honestly, what her deal is with Porsha, but let me tell you something. Calling her a big blimp was actually uncalled for.
Calling them out on social media.
I do confront my friends to their faces.
Kevin from Sarasota, Florida said, Cynthia, What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if you two get married and you can't name everything?
I absolutely hated that moment for her. I hated that moment for Nene because I feel like, honestly, y'all, it really exposed her level of petty and anger and insensitivity at that moment. I gotta tell you, that's how I feel about it. And I just feel like at a certain point in time, it's like some things have to be off limits. And I do feel like, given that Porsha's pregnant, you can't talk about her size at this point. It's just unnecessary. Particularly because you're kind of like a, you know, like a curvier girl, you know what I'm saying? And I love the curves. Everybody loves the curves, but I'm just saying, it's like, it seems more like because you have a store and you cater towards women of all sizes, that you would be the last person that will actually be calling out another woman's size. Now, here's my overall thoughts about the reunion in general. But wait, first, before we even get to that, I gotta give you guys some props and some shout outs because I asked you guys to actually weigh in on the reunion and you're giving me your thoughts. So here's what we got. Rashawn Spencer says, good job, bro. I think season 11 was trash. The reunion looks like it will save the entire season. Nene mad because her co-workers ain't feeling her ass no more. I have to agree with you on this one, Rashawn. All right. So Brian X says, Team Porsha, Team Kandi, Team Cynthia, Team Eva. I don't like how Nene was throwing shade but could not answer for it. She looks really sad and pathetic. All right, so AK says, I think this is a big mess, and most of all, it was miscommunication this season with both Porsha and Nene. I'm actually kind of inclined to really agree with this assessment, AK. But let's go on to the next one. Tanya Stewart makes this assessment. Nene is in her feelings for obvious reasons with Gregg, cancer, and all. However, it is taking things way too personal with all the petty, destructive, juvenile, negative energy she's putting out. I'm disappointed. Do better. Be better, Nene. Turn your positive light. I agree with this wholeheartedly. And overall, I gotta tell you guys, I think that I was just a tad bit disappointed with this reunion episode because I do feel like we really only touched the surface with most of the issues that are really bubbling under the surface. So hopefully we get more in part 2. I feel like this was just an appetizer to really get us ready for the main course. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about this. Let me know if you agree with my assessment. Know if you feel like this was just, you know, just a setup for the next 2 episodes. I want to know what you think down in the comments. Subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and we will see you guys in the next video.
And that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system. It's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in the business.